Okay. Yada Yahuah, Mashpaka. You guys doing all right? Oh, by the way, just want to let you know we are safe in Florida. You know, the storm that just passed by, we had some tornado warnings, a little bit of flooding, but we are all right here. Tuda Yahuah for keeping us and helping us get safe through the storm that just passed through Florida over the last 24 to 48 hours. But Yahuah is good. He is so awesome and mighty, and I just want to share this encouraging word with you guys, and I hope it inspires you, increases your amunah, your faith in Yahuah, and that you continue to hold on. But I want to let you know, Yahuah says, I see you. And he meant that in a good way, okay? Not I see you like I see what you're doing and I'm about to deal with you. No, he's talking about I see you in a good way. He sees your affliction. He knows the pain, the suffering, the weariness, right? The frustrations that you're dealing with. Yahuah says, I see you. I'm going to bring the word to you in the book of Barashit, chapter 16, which is Genesis, chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to start at verse 9. So in this chapter, Abram's Asha, Sarah, is barren. She can't have children. So she decides to give her handmaiden, Hagar, for her to birth children. And Abraham knew her, of course, and Hagar ended up conceiving. Well, Sarah didn't like that. She gets very upset and literally despised Hagar and treated her pretty unfairly and caused Hagar to flee. And so we're going to jump to right when a malak, which is an angel or messenger of Yahuah, presents himself to her by the fountain of water in the wilderness. And so I'm going to start at verse 8 actually. And he said unto Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence came you and whither will you go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarah. And the malak of Yahuah said unto her, return to your mistress and submit yourself under her hands. And the malak of Yahuah said unto her, I will multiply your seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for a multitude. And the malak of Yahuah said unto her, behold, you are with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Yashma'al, because Yahuah has heard your affliction. Right there. Yahuah heard your affliction. He sees what you're going through. He sees the trials, the struggles, the hardships. And Yahuah got an answer for you. He heard you. And now he's going to respond. He sees the pain, the agony. He's heard your affliction. Your prayers have reached his ears. Your prayers have been heard in the Shamayim of Yahuah's throne. All right, verse 12. Actually, I'm going to skip down. Yeah, I'm going to just read verse 12. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. He shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. 13. And she called the name of Yahuah that spoke to her, Alua Ru'ah. For she said, have I also here looked after him that sees me? Alua Ru'ah means the Almighty One that sees me. Yahuah sees you. He has not forgotten about you. And I know that you've been so perplexed and so shaken. You felt that Yahuah has forsaken you. And you said, those words that Yahushua said when he was on the stake. Abba, why have you forsaken me? And some of you have felt that Yahuah kind of just left you dry, kind of just got you to a spot and then just completely turned away from you like you just don't exist. But right here, and Yahuah is acknowledging that he sees you. He hasn't forgotten you. He has remembered. And thus, he's going to respond and answer your prayers and give you your heart desires, whatever you have been asking for in this season. And just to, add a little something to this, Barashit chapter 8, verse 1. And Yahuah remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And Yahuah made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of Shamayim were stopped, and the rain from Shamayim was restrained. See, you see how long he was on that ark. But Yahuah remembered. So it could be frustrating being in a tight spot for so long. It could be, it could be tired. It could be aggravating when you've been in such a difficult time for so long, and you're right at the point where you're at your wit's end. You just want to just give up. And that's when Yahuah comes through. That's when he answers, because he never wants you to give up. And he'll never leave you or forsake you. And that's why he says right here, chapter 8, he said, he remembered Noah. Yahuah remembered you. And you see how he made a wind to pass over the earth and the waters assuage? Whatever you're facing, Yahuah is going to cause you to pass over. He's going to send you an answer. That which was coming against you, he's going to deal with it. The situations you're facing, he's going to cause it to be removed so you can pass right on over. That's how good he is. That's how much Yahuah loves us. He hasn't forgotten about you. He hasn't. He just hasn't. I saw a sister post something on YouTube, and it mentions about when you're going through trials and testing. And it said, the teacher, it may seem like Yahuah is quiet. And I can't remember exactly, but it's something like, it may seem like Yahuah is quiet, but the teacher is quiet when you are going through a test. And during your hardship, Yahuah was quiet. He sat back and watched and waited. He saw your affliction, but now he's saying, I see you. I got you. He's going to work it out for you. Your answer is on its way. And one last scripture to just build you up. Yeshayahu 41 verse 10. Fear not, I am with you. Be not dismayed. I am your Yahuah. I will strengthen you, I will help you. I will uphold you with the right hand of righteousness. Right there. There's your answer. He was saying, I got you. He's extending his hand from the Shamayim to uplift you, to pull you out, to bring the answer that you need, to deliver you at the very moment that you need your deliverance. It may not come when you want, but Yahuah is always on time. He's never late. And Yahuah says, I see you. That's it. I'm not going to say nothing more, nothing less on what Yahuah wants me to say. But let this word be encouraging. May Yahuah barak you and your family. May he shine upon you, grant you favor, peace, an abundant life full of joy and happiness. May he strengthen you on your journey. And may Yahuah may Yahuah answers when you call on him. And may he barak you with good health, a sound mind. That is it, guys. I hope you have a lovely evening.